Welcome, everyone, to another thrilling episode of our podcast where we explore the cutting edge trends shaping the future of work. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into the future of employee performance. Joining me is our fantastic co host. So let's get started. What are your thoughts on how AI is transforming performance management?
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. AI in performance management is fascinating. I think it's like having a personal coach that's always on, analyzing your every move. But how exactly does AI impact performance management?
Great question. AI can analyze vast amounts of data to identify patterns and trends that humans might miss. For example, it can detect when an employee is consistently underperforming and suggest personalized interventions. It can also provide real time feedback, which is crucial for continuous improvement. Think of it like having a smart assistant that's always looking out for you.
That's really cool. But how do you ensure that this data is used ethically and doesn't lead to bias or discrimination?
That's a vital point. Ethical AI use is crucial. Companies need to ensure that their AI systems are transparent, fair, and unbiased. This involves regularly auditing the algorithms and datasets to check for any biases. For instance, Google has a team dedicated to AI ethics to ensure their systems are fair and equitable. It's about creating a balance between leveraging AI's power and maintaining human oversight.
That makes a lot of sense. Moving on, I've heard a lot about emotional intelligence in the workplace. How does that play into performance management?
Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is a game changer. It's the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and the emotions of others. High EQ can lead to better teamwork, communication, and leadership. For example, a manager with high EQ can navigate conflicts more effectively and build stronger relationships with their team. It's not just about technical skills anymore. Soft skills are becoming equally important.
I totally agree. It's like having a superpower in the workplace. But how can companies measure and develop emotional intelligence in their employees?
Good question. Companies can use various tools and assessments to measure EQ, such as the Emotional Quotient Inventory, EQI. They can also offer training programs and workshops to develop these skills. For instance, IBM has a robust EQ development program that includes coaching and mentorship. It's all about creating a culture where emotional intelligence is valued and nurtured.
That's amazing. Speaking of culture, how has remote work impacted employee performance? I mean, we've all experienced it over the past couple of years.
Remote work has certainly changed the game. On one hand, it offers flexibility and can boost productivity for many. On the other hand, it can also lead to isolation and burnout. Companies need to find a balance. For example, companies like GitLab have fully remote cultures with clear communication channels and regular check ins to ensure employees stay engaged and supported.
Right. And what about data driven performance metrics? How are companies using data to track and improve performance?
Data driven metrics are becoming the norm. Companies use tools like Salesforce and Workday to track KPIs and metrics in real time. This allows them to identify areas for improvement quickly. For instance, a sales team can see which strategies are working and which aren't, and adjust their approach accordingly. It's all about making data informed decisions to optimize performance.
That's really insightful. How does continuous feedback fit into this picture? I mean, it's not just about annual reviews anymore, right?
Exactly. Continuous feedback is key. It involves regular, ongoing conversations between managers and employees to discuss performance, set goals, and provide support. This approach helps catch issues early and keeps everyone aligned. Companies like Adobe have replaced traditional annual reviews with a continuous feedback model, which has led to better employee engagement and performance.
Wow, that's a big shift. What about wellness and mental health? How are companies addressing these issues in performance management?
Wellness and mental health are critical. Companies are recognizing that a healthy workforce is a productive workforce. They're offering resources like mental health days, counseling services, and wellness programs. For example, Salesforce has a robust mental health program that includes access to therapists and wellness activities. It's about creating a supportive environment where employees can thrive.
That's really heartening to hear. How does diversity and inclusion factor into performance management?
Diversity and inclusion are essential for a high performing organization. Companies need to ensure that all employees feel valued and included. This means creating policies and practices that promote fairness and equality. For instance, Deloitte has a strong focus on D&I, with initiatives like unconscious bias training and employee resource groups. It's about building a workplace where everyone can contribute and succeed.
That's fantastic. What do you think the future of performance reviews looks like? Will they disappear entirely?
I don't think performance reviews will disappear, but they will evolve. They will become more frequent, more informal, and more focused on development. The goal is to make them a natural part of the ongoing dialogue between managers and employees. For example, companies like Microsoft have moved to a more agile performance management system that emphasizes regular check ins and feedback.
That sounds like a more dynamic and engaging process. What about skill development and upskilling? How are companies ensuring their employees stay relevant?
Skill development is crucial in today's fast paced world. Companies are investing heavily in training and development programs. For example, IBM offers a wide range of online courses and certifications to help employees stay ahead of the curve. They also have a culture of continuous learning, where employees are encouraged to take on new challenges and grow their skills.
That's really inspiring. Lastly, what are some key strategies for boosting employee engagement and motivation?
Boosting engagement and motivation starts with creating a positive work environment. Companies need to set clear goals, provide meaningful feedback, and recognize achievements. For example, Zappos has a strong focus on company culture and employee happiness. They offer perks like free lunches and team building activities to keep employees engaged and motivated. It's all about making work a place where people want to be.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all these insights. It's been a fantastic discussion. Before we wrap up, do you have any final thoughts or advice for our listeners?
Absolutely. The future of employee performance is exciting and full of opportunities. Embrace new technologies, focus on soft skills, and prioritize employee well being. By doing so, you'll not only improve performance, but also create a more engaged and motivated workforce. Thanks for joining us today, and stay tuned for more insightful discussions.